Good morning, guys. So it's, what time is it? 7:54, and we woke up extra early today. Today's Epic Universe Day. Epic Universe during previews has an opening of 11 to 9. So they open at 11 o'clock in the morning, they close at 9 p.m. We'll see you guys when we get there.
We're here, we're at Epic Universe. I'm super excited. We're gonna try to hurry up because there is a virtual queue for Battle at the Ministry. So once you come inside, you have to actually go to the right and scan the QR code. It's almost similar to Hagrid's. I don't remember scanning the QR code. Well, I can't really remember because it hasn't had a virtual queue in a while. But we have to go scan the QR code and then we're gonna show you guys around. So I guess the first world we're actually gonna go to is Harry Potter. So we'll see you guys there. Wow. Okay, guys, so we're in the cafe in Harry Potter, which I can't pronounce, so I'm not even gonna try. It's French, and I don't speak French, but I want to show you guys what we got. So the food just got here. So it's like a little sub, but I know it has apples and cheese, and of course I'm gonna put it right there on the bottom so you guys know exactly what it is, with some fries. You do have the option to also get salad with everything, so it's like salad or fries. And then I'm not sure what Edwin got, but it should be down there already. But it looks like meat, so I think he just got like a steak or something. And there's like, I'm not sure if this is like supposed to be like a poutine, because it has like a little gravy sauce on the fries. And of course, if you know me, you know how I am obsessed with my butterbeer, and we had to get the butterbeer crepe. Mom, don't worry, you're not coming out. So we did get the butterbeer crepe, and I'm gonna try my best to hurry up and eat because I really want to taste that. So yeah, guys.
¿Qué cosa? Bueno, a ver, Luli un poquito. No, si quieres llamar bar, please.
Oh my God. All right, guys, there is a test seater here as well, so if you're not sure if you can get the ride, test seater before you get in line. Hi, guys.
Ask them, we get the oh, here.
Hi there, gang. I'm Hiccup, and I'm the chieftain of Burke. Although most people around here just know me as the guy who flies with two wings. If you ever wanted to know what it feels like to soar over Burke on the back of a dragon, then today is your lucky day. To get started, step all the way into the glider and pull down on the latch. This high-speed roller coaster includes sudden and dramatic acceleration, climbing, tilting, dropping, and back acceleration. So once you're ready, I'll attach the wings to the glider, and you'll be airborne before you can say two. This might sound crazy, but we Jedi's are actually very safety conscious. So listen up. If you have any heart conditions, abdominal blood pressure, back, neck, or similar physical conditions,
I will.
Hi there. Hi, what's your name? Priscilla, nice to meet you. What's
Edwin.
yours? What is it?
Edwin.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Astrid. This is my dragon Stormfly. Stormfly, no, this is not a snake to play fetch with. You know that's a dragon's favorite game. Well, hi, how about we play a different game, Stormfly? What do you think? Yeah? Okay, do you guys want to play?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Stormfly, close your eyes. No peeking. Oh, it's not allowed to teach you how to cheat. No, no peeking. I'm gonna hold up a number. Put it behind my back. Stormfly, what number am I holding up?
Yay!
Fast and smart. You see, most dragons and their riders are linked, so whatever she's thinking, I'm thinking. We all do together. Awesome. Stormfly, want to draw a picture with our new biking friend? Yes. All right, let's do it. My friend over here can take it for you. All right, make a picture. We're not taking stuff. You're good, Stormfly. You're good where you're at. And
Hi there, how's it going?
Good.
Amazing, I like this vehicle you have here. Does it have one of the big horns on it? It does. Maybe get it replaced with like a dragon roar. It'd be really popular around here. So, you wanna come over and say hi? Yeah, is this first time meeting dragons? You
Yes.
got to meet Stormfly, I
We-
saw.
yeah, we did.
How was that?
Was good.
Yeah, her rider is the best. Yeah, you wanna come over?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. You can hold your hand out, let him give you a nice sniff, make sure that you're friendly. What do you think? Very good. And then you want to just step a little closer. There you go. That's how you meet a dragon. Wonderfully done. Astrid taught you well. Oh, sorry about the fish breath. That's kind of a given. If you don't want fish breath, go see Gronkles or any of that boulder clash. They eat rocks, so no problem. They won't steal your fish. Do we want portraits together?
Yes.
I would love that. You want to have two on one side, maybe one tuck in there? Perfect. And you can put your hand on top of that big noggin of his. Plenty of real estate for it, right? Oh, perfect. Amazing. Ready? Amazing. Well, it was so nice meeting you all. You guys have a great day in Burke, all right? Bye, friends. See you later. Oh, you're doing so good, bud. Lots of new Vikings.
my God, it's on the burning thingy.
I'm in a line of work that requires body parts. You ask a mortician why he has bodies in his morgue? No, exactly. So maybe we can mind our business and not get into the pesky details of why I have certain body parts. Yes, of course. Okay, I thought they were trying to take it. If the limb makes you uncomfortable, I can take it out.
Can I take a picture with you?
With the limb? Okay, well.
Hey. Yeah, look at the scooters over there.
Okay, guys, so we have a quick break today. Edwin's on his lunch break, so we wanted to give you our final thoughts about Epic Universe. So I'm actually gonna start with what we ate, because unfortunately we were trying to do everything, which we almost accomplished. We may have missed, I think, just like 2 rides. That's all we missed in Epic Universe, which was the carousel and the last one that we didn't do in Isle of Burke. So we pretty much did everything. I don't know how. Everything else. We missed a few shows too. So, but we got a good 95% of the rides done. So we wanted to talk about what we ate in the cafe in Wizarding World. So I had the sandwich. Edwin had the beef. My mom had the same sandwich I had, and we had the butterbeer crepe. So my sandwich was actually really, really good. I waited a little too long to eat it, so then by that time, like, the bread comes out warm, but it doesn't come out hot, but it comes out warm. So by the time I ate it, it was a little cold, but that's my fault. But the sandwich was great. I liked the mix with the apples inside. There's like an apple butter and everything in there. It was really, really good. For some reason, it doesn't say on the app what the cheese was that they used, but it was good. Maybe it was like a Swiss cheese or a provolone. It was really good. The fries were really, really good. The ketchup they give you is a little sweet, which I appreciated, because I'm not into like the tangy ketchup. I like sweet ketchup, and it was really good. And how was the beef you had?
The beef was surprisingly good, even though I saw some onions on there. If you know me, I don't like onions, but yeah. I still ate it. And she told me that it had other stuff I don't like, but
it has mushrooms and everything. Like you guys saw it in the description.
I don't like a lot of stuff, but if I don't see it and I eat it, that's fine. But as soon as I see an onion, I start taking stuff off. So I guess I was hungry and I just ate it. So, but it was good. I recommend that.
Yeah, well, I had the fries, because his fries. So you can get like a salad or fries. I got fries with mine. He got fries with his, but his fries actually came with the sauce on it. So I tasted the fries. I had the fries with the sauce on it, and the sauce was really good. The butterbeer crepe was really, really good. He ate a few bites, but then he was kind of like, he was like one and done kind of thing.
I guess because I do like crepes, especially the one in Epcot, but I'm not a fan of butterbeer. Probably that's why I didn't enjoy it as much. But if you like crepes and butterbeer, you have to go ahead and get that.
Yeah, well, actually, even I don't like crepes. I'm not into crepes like Edwin and my mom. They're super into crepes. I'm not really into crepes. I'll eat the one at Epcot because there's ice cream on it, or I'll probably prefer a savory crepe over a sweet one. But definitely, if you don't like the taste of butterscotch or butterbeer, you're not gonna like the crepe, because it's basically like bathed in it. Like it's just butterbeer all around, and it was really, really good. My only complaint is it comes out, it's served cold. So if you've had a crepe before, the actual crepe is usually warm, whether it's savory or sweet. Whether they put ice cream on it or it's just a savory crepe, the crepe itself is usually served warm. They serve it here for some reason cold, which I mean, it was still great. Like I'd get it every single time I come, but I'll probably get it next time. But for some reason they serve it cold, which I would have preferred warm. But that's about it. I didn't have any other complaints. We sat down rather quickly, so. With Universal, it's a lot like with any theme park. When you go to Universal or Epic Universe next time, they could tell you mobile order before you come inside, and then you'll be seated once you mobile order. It was not like that. So when we came in, they actually told us to wait and get seated first and then mobile order. So I'm not gonna go out there and say, oh, you know, plan to spend 5 hours before you eat, or 2 hours or 1 hour. You just don't know, because we actually got seated first and then we ordered and put in the table number. So It's not always going to be the same. So it was actually really, really fast. We didn't even wait like 20 minutes for our food, and we sat down within 5 minutes. So we were already eating within like a good 25, 30 minutes. We already had our food and we were eating, which was pretty good because there was a lot more people now than there have been for any other previews before Passholders, and they handled it like champs. So that was the only place that we actually ate. I think with all of the adrenaline and we were so overwhelmed with the park, we didn't eat anything else. Our next meal was practically at like 10:30, 11 at night was when we had dinner, and that's a separate story that I posted on Instagram actually. But yeah, I mean, our initial thoughts of Epic Universe, this was the first time we got there, and even though we were recording and things like that, I didn't record nearly as much as I have for a lot of other things. And I think that was just due to the fact of being overwhelmed by the entire Epic Universe. It was just from when you park to when you're leaving, you can just like, you have this excitement. And I've been to, you know, the opening of Animal Kingdom, and I've seen a lot of lands open. The first Wizarding World we ever had here, I was there. A lot of things, you know, Galaxy's Edge. I've been, you know, to the opening of a lot of things. I have not felt the level of excitement and joy that I had when we went to Epic Universe. And coming from me, it's a big thing. Like coming from Edwin, it's normal because he loves Universal over Disney. But I'm the opposite. I love Disney over Universal, and I've always been a Disney kid, you know. Since I was born in 1991, that my parents have literally been taking me since that age. You know, for me, Disney's always gonna be like, they're always gonna have, you know, my heart, because I grew up with Disney, and then I started going to Universal a lot when I was a kid, but until now. You know, so I've always gone to Universal as well. I remember all the OG rides because I rode them. You know, Back to the Future, Jaws, everything. So I've been going to Universal for a long time, and I'm 34. So, you know, I've always liked Universal as well. But Universal, I think, has always been seen as like the lesser park. And to be honest, I don't think there's any way that you can even say that now. Universal has really stepped it up, and one of the main reasons, like I've said in other Universal videos we've just posted, like at Terra Luna and Stella Nova, you know, the first thing is listening to your guests, because they've definitely listened, and it shows. It shows in everything. It shows in customer service. It shows in the way they treat the guests, just like the regular team members, like even just telling you, you know, are you okay to transfer? It's just the way they have. It's different. It's different. You know, I know that some people don't like to hear it, and especially, you know, Disney fans, and I get it, because I just told you, you know, I've always been a Disney kid, but the truth is the truth, and I'm a blunt person. I call it like it is. I say it like it is. Disney's not there. They've lost a lot of that. I'm hoping always for the best. I hope Disney makes a huge comeback. It's not in the way of like competition, because I'm always going to be a pass holder of both parks. But just right now, Universal's got the edge. They've got it in every category. They have it in food. They have it in customer service. They have it in quality. They have it in, you know, even the interactiveness of the park is just something that Disney's missing. You go around Epic Universe and you can see just how interactive it is. I mean, Super Nintendo Land is like super interactive, but even in Wizarding World, like I stood behind some kids and I didn't record it because I didn't want to record the kids. And they were talking to like the portraits, and there's someone behind the portraits who's talking back and saying things in real time. And like, those are things that like kids are always going to remember that. But even me as an adult, I like that kind of stuff. Like, I wish Disney had more of that. I wish they really invested in that. Like I think one of the ones they had was it was a Mr. Potato Head. Like he's always down. I don't know. Like I feel like they can never get that one right. But just like every detail of Epic Universe, like the benches. Like my mom and I were looking at the benches. Okay, the benches in Celestial Park were covered with umbrellas. Like, and we were just laughing because we're like, the benches in Disney are not covered. And our complaint is always, we're Floridian. So like common sense would be, queue lines, benches, tables, you got to cover them with something because it's hot out here. Like you'll get burned. And like, it's just.
Yeah, you're standing in line.
Yeah. I mean, it's uncomfortable. And we were like just taken back by like, the level even of detail in a lot of the designs. Like those are small things, but it makes a big impact on, people that want to feel immersed in these lands. Like it's just incredible. In Isle of Berk, like over the candy store, they had like a dragon that was actually moving. Like, come on, like that's a simple thing. Like the bathrooms were even themed. So there was a massive mosaic in the women's bathroom. I don't know if you used the restroom in Isle of Berk, but I couldn't record it because I'll try to get it next time. But there was a lot of like, there were kids in there and women, a lot of women. So I didn't want it to be like awkward, but it was a massive mosaic over the sinks. I mean, but beautiful, like a whole Viking thing. Wow. And it was really nice. And I even noticed like in the costumes that the team members wear, it was so good. Like there was a lady when we got on the wing gliders, she looked like Astrid with darker hair, but like her costume was just, it was like perfect. So I don't know. I just think like the Mario Kart ride, the team member was saying, she's like, oh, because we told her, we're like, wow, I wish they sold your costume in the store. And she said, you don't know how many times I've heard that today. Like the people were just so like, they were like, wow, it's so nice, we want to wear it. Like
I told her, you look like you're ready to go race
yeah,
NASCAR or
like
something.
they're not even wearing like costumes, or I guess for them uniforms. They're not even wearing it where you can see that it's a uniform. They're wearing it where you can see it's like they're part of the ride. And those are small details that like probably some people can overlook, but for people like us that like, this is what we do, this is my job. Like we go to think, well, it's not really your full-time job, but it's more my full-time job. When you're a vlogger, you're a YouTuber, and this is what you do, you have to notice these things. These are things that also people might not notice that are not like us, but it helps make their experience more immersed. They'll feel like they're there. They'll feel like you're part of that movie or whatever, And that was something else that I thought was really interesting, where like their uniforms were so great. Like they were spot on. Another thing was like the character interactions. There are a lot of meet and greets, but let me tell you, like if you're in the right place at the right time, you'll get a meet and greet without waiting in line. Like the same characters that you're waiting in line for, except for Toothless and like except for the actual dragons, they will walk around the park. So like Astrid, you can get in line to meet Astrid and her dragon, but she's gonna leave and walk around the park and you'll meet her that way too. And it's not like in Disney where they're like supervised and you can't touch them and you can't get within like 2 feet of them or something. Like they'll go up to you or you go up to them. And I saw that also in Wizarding World. Like I forget her name because I know it's French, but the lady that like her wand store, she was Akajor or something. She stands outside the store, but then she talks to you and then she escorts you inside the store. Like, that's crazy. I don't know. It's things like that are like, man, like, Disney needs to do stuff like that. Like, I get that, the protection of the, but man, like, it's about making people feel like they're immersed in, wherever they're at, in whatever land or in whatever park or you know, wherever they are. And like those kind of things make a difference on how somebody's experience goes. Like that's guest experience, and that's where Universal's really taking that. I mean, they took it and they ran.
Yeah, I feel like Universal, the team members or the characters walking around, is like they have a freedom. Do what you want to do, talk to whoever you want to talk to, you know, but make the guests feel like they're there for a reason, you know? And that's really good about Universal that I like. Like she said, they have characters that you're waiting for in line, but sometimes they just get out of line and just walk around the actual land themselves, you know? You could talk to them like a regular person.
Yeah, you don't have like that thing like where they're gonna yell at you because you're too close, or like I've seen that a lot in Disney where like people, and I feel bad because I saw it happen to a guy, and like he was Hispanic, so his English wasn't great. And these are people that come for the first time too, and they don't know that like you can't like get in front of them and take a picture or take a selfie with them, like turn around and take a selfie or whatever. And like the poor guy's trying to take a picture of Doug. This is an Animal Kingdom, and the lady just comes out of nowhere, like the cast member, and she's screaming at him, and he's just like freaked out because he doesn't know what he did wrong. Like, I mean, you go to the parks thinking that that's okay, but like in Universal, it's almost like it's encouraged. So, and I loved that about it. The different lands. I'm gonna tell you right now, the best themed land was Super Nintendo World. Like, I was instantly, like, I wrote this on Instagram. It made me immediately feel like I had my gray Game Boy that was non-color, okay? Because I'm from the time when Game Boys did not have color games. With my little gray Game Boy, which was a hand-me-down because it was my brother's and he gave it to me, with no back, because the batteries were taped because we lost the back. So
I remember those days.
I had the gray Game Boy and I was playing Super Mario, and like it was like whoosh, like you just have a flashback and you're there. The music, everything. It was so cool. I felt like I was Mario and I'm in the game. So I don't know. It's just, we bought a power-up band also. So we got one for now. They're like $40. So we got one for now. Next time we go, Edwin will get his. But like, it was really cool. We started playing and it was a lot of fun. I was just going around everywhere like a little kid and just, you know, hitting the things. It was a lot of fun. That was the best themed land for sure.
Yeah, I agree for me. Like, all the lands are great, obviously, really well themed, but as soon as I went into the what do you call it, the pipe? Like if you're in the game, when you go upstairs and you see the whole escalator, you see the whole land, it's like, wow, it's like you're speechless.
Yeah.
You don't know what to say.
Because you start like on the first floor, like you're walking through the Kronos, but then there's like an escalator, and that's when you go up.
Like through the pipe.
And then
like the game.
And then once you go up, you get like the full view of Super Nintendo World, which I like the way they did that.
Yeah, and as soon as you go up, it's like you're getting out of the pipe, and it makes the little sound from the actual game when you go inside the pipes.
I didn't experience that though, because since my mom was in her scooter, we had to go around. So next time I'll be able to do it, but we had to go around through the elevator. So there is an elevator, you just go right, and then you go through the elevator, and it still does take you. It does take you through the green. Actually, I did experience that because the green pipe was also on the other side, and when you get out, the sound is actually working.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. We did actually get to experience that. But yeah, the rides there were awesome. Like, we did all three. We did all of them. We did Yoshi's, we did Mario Kart, and we did Donkey Kong. And Donkey Kong was, it was something. Like,
surprisingly good.
It was really good. I think it was like just really bumpier than I thought. Like, I don't know, it doesn't look like it is, but it was pretty bumpy, man.
I think it reminded me a little bit of Big Thunder, but obviously slower.
No, I don't know.
No?
I feel like it was at some points it was actually faster than Big Thunder.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so at some points, and then the other points it's supposed to be a little slower because it's like you're in the game or whatever. But I don't know. I thought it was really good. It's just like it was a little bumpy. It got me by surprise. And in some parts I was like, whoa. But yeah. And then right next door, Dark Universe. It was that was awesome. And I have to agree with something I heard somebody else say, another vlogger. PC Dev was basically saying that Dark Universe is like the PG-13 land. And 1000% for sure. And it's not because of anything like bad per se. It's a whole other level. Like if you're familiar with the Universal monsters in general, I think it's kind of common sense why. It's definitely not a place I would take like little kids because they'd probably be scared out of their mind and probably freak out when you see like Igor walking around with body parts. So I don't know. I mean, that's up to you. But definitely, if I was like a little kid, maybe like 6 years old or something, I would have freaked out. But it was a lot of fun though. Like I have a, kind of like a dark sense of humor. I'm that kind of person. I think I'm like, oh, creepy, cool, So I love it. I love all the old movies. I've seen them all. We have them all here. And I thought it was great. I thought it was well themed. It's just very like smoky, dark, gray, kind of morbid. Those are the kind of like, that's what you get from Dark Universe, basically. So I thought it was great. Edwin did the Curse of the Werewolf. He did it twice. It was a walk-on, so it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He got to do it twice. He loved it.
As soon as I walked out the first time, like, wow, there's nobody in line. And I got back in line and I rode it again. It was an interesting roller coaster. I would say it reminded me like Men in Black does all the spinning, but on a roller coaster. And it's interesting. If you like that kind of stuff, you will enjoy this ride. And it is surprising that it went fast in some parts, especially at the end. But overall, it was a good ride. I recommend it.
Yeah, I haven't been on it yet. I'm not sure how I feel. I can usually do any roller coaster that doesn't go upside down. I do every roller coaster, but I didn't do this one because I was hesitant about the spinning because I can't even ride the teacups because it spins too much for me. So I passed on it this time, but next time I will do it. I'm just gonna leave it for last. But yeah, but
just in case.
Yeah, just in case. But what is it? Monsters Unchained was something. It was something else. It is our favorite ride in the whole park. From when you go inside to the end of the ride, it's just like, it's not something that I can even easily explain. It's just something you have to experience. It's so, I don't know, it's just very interesting. The way they themed it, it's not something that, like, it's not a story that's out there that you can read about. It's just like something they've created. The Victoria Frankenstein element of it was very interesting. So she's like the great-great-granddaughter of Frankenstein. I like it. It's a new version of Frankenstein. So this is not like the classic Frankenstein monster. This is like a newer Frankenstein monster who hates Dracula, and Dracula escapes, and I loved it. I have not been on Forbidden Journey because this is a similar mechanism, the way the ride works, but Edwin has. And now I did ride Monsters Unchained because I had already previously read that it was nothing compared to Forbidden Journey. So I rode it and I put my mom on it, who's extremely motion sick. I mean, she gets sick in the car. So she loved it. She didn't get an ounce sick. She was perfect. So, I mean, if you have motion sickness, you can ride this. I didn't feel motion sick at any point. The only thing that it really does is the restraints come over your shoulders, but it's just like a precaution thing because you will be on your back several times, like a lot. Like it will, like, left to right, down, up, and when you do go up, a lot of times you're on your back. So I personally, I loved it.
Yeah. You never do go upside down.
Yeah, you don't go upside down. You're just on your back, which is totally fine with me. I just can't do upside down, but it was perfect. Like, it was great. The movements were super smooth. I liked that there's not a lot of screens. Like, the way they use the screens was very smart. I've seen like online versions of Forbidden Journey and it's just screens. So this was like a million steps above. It was great. Like, he's been on Forbidden Journey, so he would be able to tell you exactly like the differences. But I thought it was the best ride in the park. And with that being said, we also did do Ministry of Magic, which is the other ride that everybody was talking about, and I thought it was great. It did turn off on us while we were on it, so it kind of had to like reboot, but it didn't really take away from anything. I thought it was great.
I was surprised that it did pick up where we left off. When it broke down. I thought we were gonna have to either get off and do the line again, or restart from the beginning. But it did pick up where it stopped, which I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it did. So I thought it was interesting, even though there was like, you know, AI, Ron, Hermione, and Harry. But I mean, it was fine. You know, I get it. You know, they're busy now, but you know, I thought it was really good. I think it's the second best ride that they have for sure. I didn't do Stardust Racers. He did Stardust Racers, but he's gonna have to do it again because I don't think he can tell you much. Because he didn't have his glasses on, so he couldn't see. But next time he is gonna put his glasses on. But I didn't do that side. But I know you said that there's a yellow side and a green side. I don't know.
Yeah, the ride itself was good. It was intense. It did remind me of the Velocicoaster, even though it's a bit slower by not that much. So I did find out after that there's two different sides, a yellow and a green. And yellow, they had told me if you want more airtime, that would be the yellow side. And for the green side, if you want more G-force. So next time I go, I'll do the green one because I did the yellow one. So after you pass the metal detectors, there's the two yellow and the green. So you decide where to go. So I just went to my left side, which is the yellow.
Does it have more hang time than Velocicoaster?
I don't think so, because I'm more off my seat on Velocicoaster than Stardust. But yeah, the coaster itself is really, really cool. My favorite part is when you going up and you see the other coaster right above you, which I never seen before or never done before in my life. So when I saw that and I saw people next to me, it was
He
cool.
never did, because like for OG Islands of Adventure people, the Dueling Dragons was similar to Stardust Racers. That's where Hagrid's used to be, actually. But that's where the Dueling Dragons was Islands of Adventure. It did a similar thing. My dad he's been on Dueling Dragons. So I'm sure he would definitely say that Stardust Racers would probably remind him of that. He couldn't go with us this time though, but he's gonna go next time. But yeah, there was another one that Universal had, well, Islands of Adventure. But yeah, the rides in Isle of Berk were really good. Hiccup's Wing Gliders was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was a lot of fun. Definitely great for kids. We also did like the water one with the dragon training. Mm-hmm. We got Mom and I got completely soaked on that ride. We were completely soaked on that ride because it depends what targets you hit. That's how wet you're gonna get. So I think next time I'm just gonna hit like one target. But yeah. He was behind us in the same boat. We were all in the same boat, but it's like benches. You're sitting on benches, and he was only like a little wet in the front, like so.
Yeah, overall it's a great ride.
Yeah.
I believe if it's a hot day,
oh yeah,
definitely go ride it.
Yeah.
And you'll
for
be
sure.
refreshed when you get out of there.
We didn't get to do the carousel though. I really wanted to do the carousel. It looks so nice actually, and it looks like something you'd want to do even at night. Even like where it's at, like in the center of the park of Epic Universe, it's like the perfect location. And definitely we're gonna eat more things when we go back. as well, because I feel like we didn't get to really eat too much. But that's just, that's like the first day that's how it is. Everybody's kind of like, you're overexcited, you're like anxious to do this. The toothless meet and greet was something we really wanted to do, and we got to do it. The wait time wasn't even bad. I think we waited like an hour. That's it. It was just 60 minutes. And I heard people waited like 4 hours, like when people first started going to Epic Universe, like team members and everything. But yeah, that was not the case at all. The park was fairly empty. The reason why we were able to do so much was because a lot of wait times were super, super low. Hiccup's wing gliders was
30, 40 minutes?
No, it was 35. But when we got in, because I couldn't do stairs, because I can't do stairs, I have a really bad knee. They basically put you through a different side.
Oh yeah.
And you literally just get on the ride. Exactly. That's it. Because it's basically like the queue line, even for Hiccup's wing gliders, is so short that I don't think that you'd wait too long. But I mean, they said it was 35 minutes. I'm sure that it would, I don't know. It wasn't very accurate. Like, we were on the ride within like 10, 15 minutes. So yeah, I don't know. But am I missing anything? I don't know. The overall experience at Epic Universe, I don't know. I mean, today's the next day, and I still kind of don't know what to say about it.
I think they picked the right name for that park, Epic Universe, because when you don't have any words to say, just say
it was epic.
It was epic. Because to be honest, it's like, what other word can you say?
And so let me just run over it really quick just to end the video, because everyone does have to go back to work. We did something after, pretty close to closing at Epic Universe. So we knew that Das Steakhouse, which was where we were gonna have dinner, was about to close. So we were a little closer to Helios. We decided to go into Helios and get like a quick bite to go, and then go back to the car, so we wouldn't have to stop outside the park. And big mistake, don't do it. So basically, once the park closes, you can't exit Helios and go back to your car. And a bus will not pick you up there. The security will not escort you to your car. Basically, your only way of getting back to the parking lot is paying an Uber or a taxi and getting back. And because we were not told by anyone, because everything is very new also, we made that decision, and we shouldn't have, but in actuality, they do have to have staff that lets you know that before you go into the hotel. Generally speaking, as the concierge had told us, we weren't supposed to go in there at all. But because we were let in and no one really mentioned anything to us or told us that we can't go in unless we're staying there, or that we can't get back out, we went in, we got our food, and it was a mess. But shout out to Brian, because he's the concierge at Helios. He was super kind, even though it was pretty much our fault. And so don't do that. If you're not staying there, just don't go, especially when the park's close to closing, because you can't go back out. I don't even know that they're really gonna even let people in the first place, because it wasn't supposed to be done. Someone let us in and didn't ask us if we were staying there. So of course, everything is so new, we don't even know that. Usually in Disney or in any other Universal hotel, you can go in. So even if you're not staying in another Universal hotel, you can go in, and usually there's transportation back to the park or back to City Walk or whatever. I guess because everything is very new there at Epic Universe, we couldn't go back. There were no bus drivers that wanted to take us. I mean, the parking lot was behind the hotel. So it was so close, but yet so far for, and no one could take us back
So Brian was really nice. He was able to get us back to our car. He actually ended up paying for an Uber for us to go back. And it wasn't even a simple task because Mom had her scooter, so we needed a car big enough to put the scooter inside. It was a mission, but you know, shout out to Brian because, you know, that's one of the things that I'm talking about. Like Universal really, they go out of their way to, you know, to help you, and that's, you know, those are just a lot of positives.
To get it done because they had said, another team member had told me was that the only other option we had was take a shuttle bus to City Walk and then from there go back to Epic Universe. So once I told Brian that, he's like, no, you're not doing that. That's a big mission. Yeah. I don't want you guys to do that.
But
don't worry about it. I'll figure something out. Just give me a chance. And
but even after, like he said that we couldn't even do that anyways because the buses had stopped running. So we were waiting at Helios for like 2 hours extra. We got home at 1 a.m, even though the park closed at 9. So that's how many hours we were stuck in Helios. So it was crazy. We were basically stuck there till 12. So almost 3 hours we were stuck at Helios, and it was crazy. But you know, that makes for a fun story. But anyway, so that's our reaction to everything. We tried not to talk too much. I know a lot of people incorporate, like, you know, talking a lot and stuff. I don't like to do that too much. I save that kind of like for the end because sometimes when you're watching a video, you want to see less of the person and just more of the content. And so we're gonna have a lot of things separate. So the show that we did see in Wizarding World, I'm gonna upload that separate. We were able to record
the meet and greet of Toothless.
No, we were able to record only 3 rides. So I recorded Hiccup's Wing Gliders because I had Meta glasses. I don't recommend anybody record anything if you have a DJI. Like, we have the DJI, but you're not supposed to have a physical camera on you. I only did it with the glasses because I don't have to hold anything in my hand and I have a string on them. So they're dual purpose because they're also my sunglasses. That's why I wear them, and they already have the capability. So it's not that Universal doesn't want, because I spoke to a team member who told me it's not that we don't want you to record the rides and upload them. That's not the problem. The problem is that they don't want a physical camera in your hand where it could drop or something can happen. It can land somewhere or hit someone. So that's the reason why you can't record. So there's always like this thing with Universal, you can't record. It's not that legally or because of any copyrights you can't record the rides. It's because it's not safe for you to do so. So because I did find a way where now it is safe to record rides, that's what I use. But I couldn't, unfortunately, there was an issue with the Ray-Bans later on in the day and I couldn't record anything else. So the rides that we are gonna upload, the Curse of the Werewolf, he was able to upload it, but that's because he had permission from a team member who allowed it. And Yoshi's Adventure, that also we had permission to record that. But anything else, we didn't have permission to record, and I also didn't have the glasses working at that time for those other rides. So once we get our glasses back from Meta, because they're gonna send us a new pair, then we're gonna go obviously back. We're gonna go to Epic Universe again, and then get some other POVs and everything. I know a lot of people have them out there anyways. But that's the least of everything, you know. The main thing is, you know, we really wanted to show you guys what it's like, and show you our first impressions of Epic Universe, the things we saw. We're gonna taste a lot more food next time, and yeah. So thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, you're a trooper for hearing me talk. So we're actually, you know, we're on our way out of town in a couple of hours. I'm sure, yeah, it's probably gonna be in a couple of hours. Technically it's tomorrow, but it's hours away. So we're really tired. We wanna get some rest, finish the day strong,
And yeah, so check out our channel if you want to see any other content. Don't forget to check out our Instagram also. I sometimes post different things on there than I do on the channel sometimes. So if you want to see different content or you know, get different information about things, there's stuff there. Sometimes I'll say like, you know, what we're gonna do next or whatever, what we're gonna do for the week, what I'm gonna do for the day, and then you'll know there to check the channel. So yeah, until next time.